Hello, everybody, and welcome to meditation. Thank you so much for coming. Let's meditate in our practice together. Today is going to be such an amazing day. So, topic for the day, let's curate our life. It's one thing to say that you are the creator or the co creator of your life, right? It's one thing to say you have authority over your own time. It's one thing to say that, you can set goals to hit them no matter what the measurement is. But then it's another thing, a whole different thing, to be intentional about what you do behind the life you want to curate. This or yesterday, I had posed the question to my husband, like, okay, what hobbies do we want to intentionally set for ourselves? Like, what do we want to start doing? What do we want to start pursuing? Or my inner question was, are you just okay with living life, working, taking care of the kids, and then going about your daily stuff, eating, those type of things? What are you intentionally going to curate? And so I thought about this and I was like, well, I've always been a gamer. To those of you who do not know me in that way, shape, or form, I've always been a gamer. I've loved growing up on the first game was The Sims, and then having my husband turn me on to role playing games, also known as RPG, where you develop the character and you can develop all the things that surround you as you fight these quests and go through trials. But I did not take into consideration at this time, at this age, what is it that I intentionally want to start creating? So here's what I did. You know, I started looking at magazines. I started to kind of put myself, kind of take the mom hat roll off, also take kind of the business personal development hat off. And then I was like, what are some of the interests that I actually do have? We can sit here and let this world that is filled right now with fear, with scarcity, with hope deferred, right? We can let this world define what our life looks like over the next course of it being this year or over the next course of a couple of years. Or we could take our realm, take our hands, get on our horse, and actually design the life we actually do want to live. And that does require some thought. It does require you carving out some time to actually sit and think, what is it that I truly want? What do I really desire? Um, and it's interesting to just kind of sit in that space and then to think, do I even have any wants? Some of us may be doing very well, or some of us may be doing either this far on the spectrum very, very well, or this far on the spectrum, wanting, just life to be comfortable that we don't even notice our desires. For me, it was a point in my life where my wants became completely invisible. And then I had to kind of do things to pull those wants out. So this weekend, I decided to look at some magazines, kind of decide what type of things sparked my interest. Not only what type of things sparked my interest, but kind of where was I geared towards leaning? Sometimes we can get caught into our rabbit shell or our own little phase of life that we don't even imagine more for ourselves. And this is where comparison becomes a little okay if you can keep it in the focus of, if I'm attracted to it, that means I can also have it. Instead of using it as a measure tool or a measure stick of jealousy, you can use it as, well, if I'm actually attracted to boats, maybe I do want a boat in my future. Or maybe if I'm looking at a bunch of people traveling the world or going to Africa, going to Europe, and then there's kind of like this spark of, oh, that seems nice. That may be something that I might want to put on my list. Start getting out there and developing your want tool. And sometimes for you, it might just be looking at magazines, it could be looking at movies. But then just make sure that you start keeping a list of what you want to do in this life. Remember, you are a co creator. You get to have decision making because you get to carve out how much time, space, and energy you put on the things that you love. And we all, I believe, we all truly want to live a life fulfilled. We don't want to pass away and be like, oh, you know, that sucked. But in all actuality, we want to feel like, man, I actually live. I actually expanded into this human experience that I allowed myself to have. So, just food for thought. Take some time to jot down some of the wants that you may have, and you know where to go if you find that a little bit hard. We're going to go ahead and slide into our breath work session where we're going to be ushered into the present. If this is your first time doing breath work or first time doing meditation, go ahead and comment first timer below so we can celebrate you. I'm glad to be the guide on your journey. Um, I'm glad to be your guide on your journey during this time. So, for those of you who are new, we're going to inhale for 4 counts. We're going to hold at the top of our breath for 4 counts, and then we're going to exhale for 6 counts. All right, let us begin. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold. 2, 3, 4, exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Release. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can return to your normal state of breath, realizing that you have just slowed everything down to observe and notice your present. As we often say, in the present time, this is where our abundance is. This is where everything is full for you. I imagine you walking up to this table, or I'm walking up to a table, a very long table, filled with everything I can take with me for my day. Maybe I need a little bit of anxiety push and roll to work through a project, or maybe I desire to take a little bit of love with me, especially for myself, mixed with grace and mercy. Everything is available for you in this present moment. Take the time to notice what is around you. What sounds do you hear? Whether it's the wind or cars driving by. I just want you to know everything's available. And if you notice, in the present moment, there are no demands. You get to just be. You get to just take a minute and be. Before we go into meditation, I would like to let you know that thoughts are going to arise in meditation. This is normal. As I was being held so gently in meditation this morning, I found myself getting into every single thought car that went by. And you know what? I didn't allow myself to make it wrong. I just noticed, like, okay, maybe I'm supposed to be in a thought car. I did usher myself back to my mantra, and yet I got into another thought car. And that's what I want to make sure that you know, that everything you need is available for you in this time of connection. Our job is to simply observe, take notice, and return back to our mantra. Our mantra we will use today is the sound of a heartbeat. Bum bum, bum bum, bum bum. When you notice you're in a thought car, it's always nice to try to return back to yourself and remain in a place of observance as if you are just watching cars go by. However, if you have a difficult time, then it was meant for you today to hold on to the thought, and that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and set our 15-minute timer. You can go ahead and find a comfortable position, and I will meet you back here on the other side. Welcome back. Isn't it lovely to be held? Let's go ahead and roll our joints. We're going to roll our wrist, our neck, our shoulders. We have been joined by our young meditators. Yes, look, I want to remind you that as you go out today, understand and know that you are truly an unrepeatable miracle. No one can live the life that you have set out for yourself to live. Let's make it a fulfilled one. Let's keep our practice going. Join me here tomorrow again for 10 a.m. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and share this video with anyone who wants to have a partner on their journey. We would love to guide you in this practice. So, I am Kiwana Thomas. I love you so big. I want you to have the most magnificent day. The divine light in me honors and cherishes and holds the divine light in you. Have the most amazing day.